to vent a little bit today. I'm on Instagram, minding my business and minding a few other people's business. And I like videos where I see wholeness, you know. I like to see the beings that was born XX, with the vaginas that identify with the construct of womanhood. I like to see them do whole stuff, be their mother and their father, their grandmother and their grandfather. I'm here for that. I love that. I also like when I see beings who are born XY, with penises, acting like their mama and their daddy, being whole. I'm here for that. I'm here for you being your grandmother and your grandfather, your great great grandmother, your great great grandfather. I'm here for the wholeness. But what pisses me off is when I go into the comment section and I see, like, this really upsets me. Like the little smart ass comments like, ma'am, sir, it's a no for me, or I didn't come to see this man in no wig, and why he too fine, why he gotta be a man, I mean, why he can't be a man, why he gotta be a woman, and why they trying to imitate us, they'll never be us. Like, this the type of stuff that really pisses me off. And so I just want to take a little moment to hold space for the pissed offness of it all. I'm going to try not to be extremely vulgar, but I am going to be just a wee bit vulgar because I just feel like this is a day to eat that greasy pork chop because I'm in my feelings, as it were. So I'm going backwards and forwards with this guy on the comment section. There's this whole being, it's giving me mother and father tease. I'm living for the wholeness, the masculine, the feminine, the androgyny of it all. I'm here for it because we are both male and female genes. We are both male and female DNA. It takes seed and egg to create us. So I love witnessing a good whole being. I'm here for it. So he says, no ma'am, no sir in the comment section. It's a no for me. And so when I responded back, I said, ooh, I said halflings getting upset over wholeness because that's what I call y'all. I call you, the ones who be trying to come for us for being whole. You're a halfling. So that's what I call you. You're a halfling. It's in the book. I use the term halflings in the book. You're halflings. So anyway, you try to come for me, I'm come for you. So halfling. So the halfling was in the comment section, and he gonna say, I guess he went on my page, and he got into the tea of, the origin story. So he thought he was gonna wear me out by coming to say, sir, um, what are you talking about, sir? I said the same thing you talking about, sis. And he immediately backed down, talking about he don't want no problems. Cause see, that's where y'all gag at. That's where y'all gag at. See, when y'all misgender me, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the he's and the hims. Because guess what? I'm gonna remind you that you're whole too. So if you were born with a womb and a vagina, and you sit around and you call me he, knowing that that's not my preferred pronouns, and that's not how I choose to navigate space. That's not the dominant energy that I choose to claim. And if you want to ignore that and just call me what you want to call me, then guess what? I'm going to remind you that you're whole. I'm going to remind you that even though you have a vagina and you identify with the construct of womanhood, that you did come from a father, sir. Yeah, yeah, you came from seed too. I'm going to remind you of that connection. And so you're going to be all kind of he hails, he hails. It's going to be I love me some him. Because I love me some him. Because he is the truth. Said he is so real. And I love the way that it makes me feel. He's the one. Oh yeah, you're going to be all kind of he, hell, he. You're going to be all kind of he. And for you that were born with a penis, that, identify with the construct of manhood, if you want to try to misgender me and call me he and all that, just know you're going to be sus. Just know I'm going to remind you of the womb that you sat in for 9 months. I'm going to remind you that you were XX before you were XY. I'm going to remind you of all the mothers that have played a part in crafting the DNA that is yours. You're going to be all kind of sisters and ma'ams and queens and goddesses. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. You're going to be all kind of bitches and hoes and queens and sisters and ma'ams and goddesses. I'm going to remind you of your wholeness. You remind me of that I'm going to remind you. I'm here to remind you. You remind me, yeah. Oh, I'm going to remind you. I'm going to remind you. Because I think you forgot. I'm going to remind you. So, and that's what I'm here as. That is my role, to remind you of your wholeness. I'm going to remind you. But, it just pisses me off when I see, it's the self hate for me. It's the self hate when y'all in these comment sections, when y'all in these comment sections and y'all saying, oh, you need to be a man and you need to, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be a man. Like, it's just the self hate for me because genitalia determines how we will create in society, but it does not determine how we will show up in society or how we will navigate society. We are not chattel. We are human beings. We are not cows and sheep and farm animals. We are human beings. Yes, we are human beings. We are co-creators in our reality. Reality doesn't just happen to us. You know what I'm saying? We have a choice in the matter. It may not always seem like we have a choice, but we have a choice. We have a choice in how we show up in society. We're not chattel. We're not sheep. We're not goats. Right? We're human beings. And so, just because I was born with a penis or just because I was born with a vagina, that doesn't determine how I'm going to show up in society. It doesn't determine which genes are going to be dominant. It just determines how I'm going to create with these sex organs, if I choose to create or not. So you sheep in the comments. It's the self-hating. It's the self-hating for me. It's the self-hating. Now, and let me tell you, me personally, even though I've had genital reconstructive surgery. I do not have a penis. I do have a yoni. You know what I'm saying? That was crafted in this reality, honey. The coochie didn't fall on my lap. It didn't fall in my lap. I laid on the table. Had to take a nap. Woke up in pain, no gain. But yeah, and I would still date someone who has ties with the gay community or identifies as gay. You know, um, I would hope that they could expand that identification, or what I would rather say has identified as gay, has identified as gay at one time in their life. Like, because we do understand that today in 2023, gay, the identification being identified as gay, even though people still try to, put it back in the past, but gay doesn't mean what it used to mean. Gay today means you have sex with the same sex. Gay does not identify a behavior. Now, 20 years ago, it identified a behavior. If you saw a male that acted feminine, then you said, oh, he gay. Or if you saw a female that acted masculine, you said, oh, she gay. So gay used to identify behavior, but today gay does not identify behavior. Gay identifies who you sleep with sexually, a man, a woman. So we have to get that understanding down in our shundai. Um, but I would date a man, you know what I'm saying, who identifies with being gay, you know, because I want you to be whole. I don't mind you wanting to go and get, some penis inside you, get your loins full, I don't judge men. Men typically judge themselves, harshly, and a lot of times my partners won't admit that to me because they're afraid that I'm gonna look at them different if they tell me that they didn't, put one in their mouth or put one in their backside. But I'm not here to judge you. I'm not. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna judge you because judging is a normal thing. I'm not going to condemn you. I'll say that. I won't condemn you. You know what I'm saying? I won't condemn you to the pits of hell, honey. I might feel away and make a smart comment when I'm upset or we in a heated argument. You know, I'm trying to get my points across. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my shot in. You know what I'm saying? I can't promise you I ain't gonna read and say nothing petty then. Just like sometimes they be petty with me. My partners be petty with me when we arguing. Misgendering and saying crazy stuff. So when you in a heated argument, sometimes things get raw. We try not to hurt each other in that way, but as sure as we're having a human experience, it's probably gonna happen. But yeah, I don't mind dating someone who identifies with gay. I just want you to sincerely be attracted to me, Jill. I want to be your main one, not the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be prioritized, and if our bond is more mental and spiritual than it is physical, we can work around that. We could bring in a third party, you know what I'm saying? Or we could do the Trinity. We could have a little Trinity, a little Trinity, a little Trinity, a little Trinity, Trinity. Yes, I'm not opposed to that. Or you could go out and do what you need to do and get your fix, honey, and make sure you done took care of what you need to take care of in them streets. As long as you don't bring me nothing to go with what I already got. Because there's already enough things on the dinner menu here. I don't need you adding anything to the menu. Mm-mm. I don't need you going out in them streets and bringing me back anything to add to this menu because we got enough features on this menu now. I don't need any new cocktails. I don't need nothing new. So, I mean, I don't, I love wholeness. I can't express that enough. I'm not predatory when it comes to gay men. I'm not gonna say there's never been a period in my life to where I was very aggressive towards gay men. And I think that's that toxic femininity. You know, let me make you come on, let me make you. I'm gonna help. I can help you with that. Like even as a being who was not born with a vagina, we feel like because we epitomize femininity or we epitomize womanhood, that we have the ability to give this man more clout, as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because they use us the same way they use, women who were born with wombs. They use us to 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 be respected as the alpha man, to be respected as more masculine. They use us as beards too. And so I think there was a period in my life where I played into that, where I played into knowing that I wasn't a credit to his masculinity because obviously if he was with someone so soft and so cunty as I was, then society was going to look at him as a man, and he was going to get his man pass, his man card, and he was going to be looked at as Mandingo warrior and king. You know what I'm saying? And so, I think I played into that. And so a girl was trying to get all she could get out the moment. You playing me, you using me for clout, you using me so society will respect you as a man. Give me some of that big boy. Stop playing. Give me some of that big. Give me some of that beef boy. Stop playing. I wasn't one of those girls who wanted your cookies too, wanted your booty hole too. And I'm not, condemning my sisters who wanted to dig in your back and blow your back out and put some pipe in you. But I wasn't that girl though. But you can't give me some of that dick though. Give me some of that wood though. Let me see what that wood do. Let me see what that mouth do. So yeah, I would definitely be with we call them bunnies, we call them butch queens. And I don't know, I just feel like a lot of butch queens now, they so happy that they could be with each other, like that gay marriage is legal. It's like, I don't have to hide behind you anymore. You beautiful, feminine woman. I respect you for who you are, but I don't have to hide behind you no more. I could live in my truth. I could be just as gay as I want to be, and I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you get to be gay. I'm happy that you get to go and have your man on man sex, and you get to sword fight, and you get to do all the things of the things. But in reality, this is what I'm learning more and more. It's about how you match with each other. And you'll learn that. You'll learn that just because you're attracted to a man physically, that don't mean that you meant to be in a that pressure with that man. That might be some stuff that you need to work through, but that don't mean that that's your soulmate and who you meant to end up with. Just because now you can take ownership and say I love men, I'm sexually attracted to men, I love being with men. Sometimes that's the yoke that needs to break. Sometimes that's the stronghold that needs to break. Sometimes you just need to be able to get to the place of being so comfortable where you can say, I love men, I'm not ashamed to be with men, I'm not ashamed to have sex with men. But that's all it is. That's what it's about. It's about getting to that place of honesty and transparency where you can admit all the penis that you've been sucking behind the scenes for all these years, all the penis that you've been shoving up your backside, and all the penis that you've had shoved up, all the penis that you've shoved into backsides. But it doesn't mean that that's who you're meant to be with. Just like I felt like because I got a vagina, I thought I was supposed to be with a cis hetero man. I thought I was supposed to be with a real man. I thought I was supposed to be with a man who never, who wasn't out there sucking dicks, who wasn't out there bottoming, who didn't like. But I have to be honest, ma'am. Look what you went through to get to where you are. Look at all the work you had to do to accept yourself and to love yourself. Why wouldn't you be patient with someone else who's learning themselves, figuring themselves out, and going through that journey of exploration? And I'm not even exclusive to, you know, beings who were born with penises who identify with the construct of manhood. Like I'm not even, there with them, anymore. Cause, child, I like a little, to do a little carpet munch, here and there, girl. I'm like Monique, you know what I'm saying? I'm special too, you know what I'm saying? I like a little carpet munch here and there, a little collar, and I don't have to be the one getting ate out. I like to chew. I'm a chewer. I'm a carpet chewer. Hi, my name is Kenny Martha, and I'm a carpet chewer. So sometimes I like to eat a little buzz. So hey, why would I judge him if he like? And let me tell you another thing while I'm on here. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is totally off subject, but I've been talking a lot about being sex, um, commercial sex work and how we view commercial sex work. And I want to say on the other side of this, I was a sex worker for a long time. I was paid to have sex with men of different nationalities, of different races, different ages. They were considered adults. That's what matters. But let me tell you something. I don't condemn no woman for paying for no dick. If she want to pay the peg man, you know what I'm saying? If she want to be, putting that pipe on him, I don't condemn women for giving a man a coin. We can't be we can't be pro sex work and then decide who gets the money and who doesn't get the money. And so like I'm, you know what I'm saying? It ain't tricking if you got it. Right now I ain't got it, so I can't trick off to you because boo, I ain't got no coin. I'm trying to get my coins together. But boo, once I get my coins together, baby, if if you providing a service that I want to partake of, I'm gonna pay you for your services and send you on your way. So I'm not one of those girls who I'm the one and I ain't paying for no dick and that's toxic. We get mad at men when men don't want to pay us. You know what I'm saying? When they don't want to give us no money, when they don't want to help out with no rent, when they don't want to help out with no bills. I'm not trying to support patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not trying to support patriarchy, I'm not going to continue this notion that I'm the prize because I'm the woman. Because when I say I'm the prize, I'm saying I'm the possession. Let me say that again for the slow people on the back row. When I say I'm the prize because I'm the woman, I'm saying I'm the possession. And I'm a person, not a possession. I'm the prize for me, but I'm not someone else's prize. I'm not the prize for someone else. I'm my own prize. Kaneen is Tila's prize. Kaneen nor Tila is no man's prize because I am not a possession. I possess myself. I'm my own possession. So yes, Kaneen is Tila's prize, but Kaneen is no man's prize. So I'm not here to support patriarchy in the way of thinking that I need to be paid because I'm a woman. No, I need to be paid because this is good, and you gonna like it. I'm worthy of a coin. And so if I meet a partner or I meet someone who I wanted to engage with, in intimacy, and I was convinced that it was going to be worthwhile, and I had that coin, I had that disposable income, ma'am, yes, ma'am, I'll pay for it if I want it, if I want it, if I want it, I'll pay for it, I'll pay for it, I'll pay for it, I'll pay for it, if I want it, if I want it, yes, ma'am, I would pay for it, yes, ma'am, I would pay for that, I would barter. I would exchange those goods for services. I sure would. I sure would. Yes, ma'am. And you could say what you want to say. Oh, girl, she tricking, girl. She be paying them men, girl. She be giving them men money. And do. They paid me for years. In the circle of life. It's the circle of life, baby. They paid me for yearns. They paid me for hours and hours and hours. Why would I not pay him? Girl, if I wanted to do a little munch, girl, and I was invested in that munch, girl, and I wanted to give her a little munch, girl, and she needed a little help with some services or a little something, girl, I bestow upon her a coin. I bestow upon you a coin for your services. Yes, ma'am. And so in the community, we have to get away from these toxic ideologies and mindsets that, if you a girl, you shouldn't pay for sex or you shouldn't pay for the service. You shouldn't barter. You should be ashamed of yourself. And also this idea that, girl, if you out here getting your sexual pleasure, girl, and he's not giving you a coin, girl, then girl, you's a fool, girl. Maybe that's not why you wanted him, girl. Like, men are not workhorses. That's not their. And don't get me wrong. Like, even when I say that I would want to be, like, I'm open to being with a gay man, understand that I don't want the type of gay man or the type of feminine male that is so feminine that you don't like to do nothing in nature. You don't like to go to the lake. You don't like to go camping. You don't like to go mountain climbing. Your whole life is, being inside of nightclubs and being at elitist spaces and, posh, chic events and, you always somewhere trying to be on a red carpet somewhere and you always worried about, how you look, your nails gotta be freshly clear polished, your hair, you can't go a day, you can't go 2 days over your haircut time. You don't never want to look a little grungy. You always got to be so polished and so neat and clean and you don't like to be out of nature. Like, no, I don't want to be with that type of feminine male. Like, I need for you to be whole. I also don't need for you to be scared to throw them hands because I'm not gonna let you fight by yourself. If I were back against the wall, honey, I got your back, baby. I'm riding with you on parade. Long as like you ain't just starting stuff and just being messy and just getting us in bullshit for no reason. But if it's just cause like you defending me because somebody played in my face or somebody came at you sideways and I know for a fact that they had you down bad and it was wrong. Oh baby, I'm riding with you. I'm riding with you, honey. We moving tables and chairs. That's just how it's going down. I'm not gonna let you go through whatever it is that you're going through by yourself. And some of my exes can attest to this, baby. When we was in there and we was fighting, honey, oh baby, we was all moving around chairs. We was all fighting together on periods. Baby, I'm moving. I'm a Gemini, baby. You don't know about me, baby. We moving tables and chairs together. You mess with mine, you mess with me. I don't want you to think that because I'm a girl that's been crossed over and went got that good puss and sitting up here with these racks on top of racks on my chest, girl, that I'm not about that life when you playing with my partner. No. Baby, my loved ones, period, family members. Oh no, honey. I'm down to ride. We're down to ride for you. That's all we wanna do. I'm down to ride. Oh, we're down to ride for you. Oh, we're riding. Yeah. That's how it's going down. We're riding. So you're not gonna be fighting by yourself. And you could underestimate me if you want to, honey. You could underestimate me, but baby, that strength come from nowhere, baby. I will channel the strength of the cosmos, honey. When love is on the line, honey. When love is on the line, honey. I'm through the fire, through the living, through the wall. Okay, we going through all of it, baby. No, I'm not gonna leave you, by yourself, like, oh no, you a man, you got this, you gonna handle this. No, only way I'm not getting in is you tell me to fall back, you got this, and you look at me like you really serious. But I'm sorry if they getting the best of you, if you losing, I'm not just about to stand by you and watch. All bets are off. I'm not just gonna let you take that ass whipping. That's not how it's going. One period. That's one period. That's on everything I love. No, that's not what we doing. That's not what we doing. That's not what we doing. So, yeah, but I just don't want no feminine male or no male that identifies with gayness that is just like so polished and preppy that we just navigating all of these we just navigating the same spaces, like because I have another side of me. I like fresh air. I like to go by lakes. I like to go. I like to go to the beach. I like to be out in nature. I like to go for nature walks. I like to do things that involve being physically active, things that involve sweating, like besides sex. Like I do like that. So I would definitely want a partner who was whole in that way, not just whole in claiming your masculine and feminine energy, but also whole in, being able to navigate spaces that are not about cameras, that are not about, that are more about having peace of mind, that is more about staying connected to the earth. Like we definitely have to have that bond too. You know what I'm saying? As far as the androgyny goes, um, I think I would struggle with a partner who was always, yeah, I can't even do break or I wouldn't be able to do the other foolishness. Like I'm just yeah. But time a few days ago. I didn't share anything. I haven't been sharing anything to YouTube because this phone, I'm just going to go ahead and keep it a bean. This phone is crowded. I don't have that much space for one, so I've been deleting the YouTube app. Um, and it's hard for me to post in other ways on here. But I have been consistently posting on my Facebook and also posting on my Instagram. For those of you who don't know, my Instagram is Kaneen Mafa, KINEENMAFA, the number eight. So you put in Kaneen Mafa and then put in the number eight. And so if you want to follow me on Instagram to see when I don't post here, then you can follow me there. And also on Facebook, Kaneem Mafa, just go to Kaneem Mafa on Facebook. But I'm always posting on Facebook, and I'm always posting on Instagram. I may be going on a journey next week that I will tell you more about later. Right now, as it stands, because there's still a question mark behind it. And also, you can't just immediately put people in your business because everybody is not wishing you well. Everybody is not here for the best intentions. But I'm going to be making some power moves this year. Um, in the coming year, we definitely is ready to take lab productions to the next level, which is Laylim Layler, Artivism, Faith, Finance, and Features. That's going to be going to the next level. Definitely going to be a breakaway platform. Kaneem Mafa, this page, this is becoming more of my archive page. I will probably pop up on here sometime, just to do check-ins, but this is becoming a part of our story. This is becoming a part of heritage. This is becoming a part of history. This is all that. This page um, has really, it's really been amazing. It's like, I'm so thankful to be able to review all of the content that I've been used to create on this platform over the years. A lot of people, when they find the page, they're like, "Where'd you go?" And I remember, your YouTube channel years ago, and I'm like, "This is that YouTube channel." Like this YouTube channel has actually been around since 2009. So this is the original YouTube channel. I do have another, I do have a few more Kaneem Mafas, out there that I create and kind of, use these I have a For Love of Christ channel, and I have a YouTube channel with Kaneem Mafa, and that was for other content that I wanted to put out when I was in different seasons of my life, and I did not want to have to delete the material. So I strategically put those videos on less popular platforms. Um, so that I would always be able to go back to it when I needed it. But this has always been the main page. This is actually where I uploaded my first video that was not um, sexually inspired. It was just genuine, for the love of art and for the love of creativity. So this channel is where I originally started out at. Well, thank you for your comments, and I will review that after this is over with. But for right now, I suggest you put you some headsets on. But yeah, put you some headsets in your ear, and you'll get back to it later. Get in a quiet space and put you some headsets on, and you'll get we'll get that later. We'll get some better sound. Maybe I'm suggesting you get into a quiet space. But now I am actually in transition, and I have been hearing everything that people have been saying to me. And I want you to know that I do hear you. Um, I'm actually working on infrastructure and capacity now and getting new equipment. I just spent almost $1,000 on a new camera so I can stop going from doing content on my phone. I'm working on a bigger computer, a massive computer that I can, because I had a computer at one time and things were better then, but then, my husband, God got us rest his soul wherever he is, um, hopefully in a beautiful, loving space. He damaged the last computer, and I've been having to use my phone, because other things were a priority. in the past. But now I'm prioritizing my media presence. At one time, I wanted to completely just kind of like step away from media and not do anything. But I think now it's about being more strategic in how I use media as a tool. And so moving forward, that is going to be the goal, is like to find balance with media, because I do love creating media. I am a content creator. My soul says I am a content creator. And so, yeah, I just need to be more strategic and more balanced in what I put out, how I put it out, and where I put it out. And so that is the goal for this year, to focus on the finances, to be able to build the capacity to be able to work in that way, because I'm definitely ready to step it up a notch. I've seen poverty on a bus. I've seen poverty in a truck. I've seen poverty by a tree. I've seen poverty while I was over the seas. I've seen poverty in a van. I've seen poverty on the nightstand. I've seen poverty in my icebox. I've seen poverty on a padlock. And nowhere have I saw poverty have I liked it. And so I'm tired of looking at it. Amen, woman. This is a new year. It's a new season. And we're stepping into a season of winning. Hallelujah. Thank you, God, Goddess. Amen, woman. Lilem, lile. Down to the now, let us stay cool. Keep spinning and turning. Ian Gani, Yanko, Kulukulo, which means I am a child of God, Goddess. And if I am, then you know who you are.